Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about thermostats, or it is also named as temperature dependent resistors. So what is a thermistor? Thermistor is the short form of thermal resistor. That I say earlier, it is a temperature dependent resistance. And the name thermistor is coined from thermally controlled resistor. That is, thermally controlled resistor is called thermistor. And so the temperature is a temperature controlled resistor. So I call it is a temperature dependent resistor. It's a temperature controlled resistor, or it is a temperature dependent resistor. So thermistors are semiconductor type resistance thermometers. You already know thermometers are used to measure the temperature. Same way here, thermistors are semiconductor type resistance thermometers. They have high sensitivity but highly nonlinear characteristics. Sensitivity of this device is very high, but the characteristics is nonlinear. So there is some variation may be occur. It also have positive temperature coefficient, but generally negative temperature coefficient. NTC type thermistors are used commonly. There are two types of thermistors. You see the next slide. That is negative temperature coefficient type, and second one is it is called positive temperature coefficient type, NTC and PTC. Commonly we use NTC type thermistors. So now we can define the thermistor. What is a thermistor? A type of resistor whose resistance value is sensitive to change in temperature is known as thermistor. So thermistor can be defined as it's a type of resistor whose resistance value is sensitive to change in temperature is known as thermistor. This is the passive component in the circuit. As it is a temperature dependent device, so it is a passive device, passive component. Material used in construction of this differs from RTD, where RTD we used pure material, pure conductive material like platinum, copper, nickel. But in the case of thermistor, we use the combination, some ceramic or polymers will be used for the construction of thermistors. So thermistors have many use applications in the industry as well as hobby kit, making hobby kits. So we can, by using this thermistor, we can control the temperature of a, for example, we can control the temperature of our fan, the room. We can set the temperature to a particular level. If the temperature is more than that level, the fan is automatically on, and if it is less than that level, fan is automatically off. Like that, we can do any type of applications by using this thermistors. That is temperature controlling device, as a temperature controlling device, or we can be used to control the temperature of different type of devices in our day-to-day life. So thermistor can be defined as a resistance. Resistance is a temperature sensitive resistance. It is defined as a temperature sensitive resistance. So as I say earlier, there are two types of thermistors are there. First one is called negative temperature coefficient thermistor, and second one is called positive temperature coefficient thermistor. And this is the symbolic representation of the thermistors. So positive temperature coefficient thermistors will be represented by the so this is negative and this is positive by writing a positive here. Positive like this, we can be symbolic representation of negative and positive temperature coefficient thermistors. Normally the symbol of thermistor will be like this. So what is NTC? Negative temperature coefficient thermistor. What do we mean by negative temperature coefficient thermistor? As I say earlier, negative temperature coefficient are show the property. Negative temperature coefficient thermistors are so that is when temperature is increasing, the resistance is decreases. That is inversely proportional. In negative temperature coefficient thermistors, when temperature increases, its resistance will be decreases, and vice versa. When temperature decreases, the resistance increases. This type of materials are called, thermistors are called negative temperature coefficient thermistors. That is inversely proportional. And the temperature, resistance and the temperature are inversely proportional in this type of thermistors. And this is the most common type of thermistors. And the relationship between the resistance and temperature will be represented by the equation RT is equal to R naught into e raised to beta into 1 by T minus 1 by T naught, where RT is the resistance at T degree Kelvin, T Kelvin, or R naught is the resistance at the temperature T naught, and the T naught is the reference temperature, normally 225 degrees centigrade. T naught is the reference voltage, normally 25 degrees centigrade, and T is the measured temperature, and the beta is a constant. Its value is depending upon the characteristics of the material. Normally, its value is taken to be 4000. So, if the value of beta is high, then the resistor temperature relationship will be very good. So, this is the basic equation for negative temperature coefficient thermistors. So, RT is equal to R naught into e raised to beta into 1 by T minus 1 by T naught. So, RT is the resistance at temperature T Kelvin, R naught is the resistance at temperature T naught Kelvin, and T naught is the reference temperature, and it is normally 25 degrees centigrade. And beta is a constant, and it is called the characteristics of the material. It is depending upon the characteristics of the material, and its value is equal to 4000. So, if the value of beta is increased, then it is more reliable. Or beta is high, then the resistor temperature relationship is very good. Or it is more reliable. Devices can be manufactured by using the high value of beta. High value of beta. Then second type is called positive temperature coefficient thermistors. A positive temperature coefficient thermistors are reverse relationship between the temperature and resistance. So, when the temperature increases, the resistance is also increases. So, it is entirely reversed to the negative temperature coefficient thermistors. Here, when temperature increases, resistance increases. When temperature decreases, what happens? Resistance is also decreases. Hence, in PTC thermistor, temperature and resistance are directly proportional. We can be called that the both are directly proportional. Temperature and resistance, that is T is directly proportional to resistance value. In negative temperature coefficient type or in NTC, T is inversely proportional to the resistance, and in positive temperature coefficient T is directly proportional to the resistance. So, these are the difference between NTC and PTC. Although PTC's thermistors are not as common as NTC thermistors, they are frequently used as a form of circuit protection. These PTCs are used for the circuit protection. Similarly, to the function of fuse, PTC thermistors can act as a current limiting device. So, some applications of the PTC. As we say, by increasing the temperature, resistance is also increasing. So, this type of thermistors will be used as the function of fuse. That is a circuit protection. It is used for protecting the circuit. Commonly, the temperature is increased when current is increased. Current and temperature I and T are directly proportional. And current is increasing, temperature is automatically increasing. And by sensing this, we can be cut off the circuit or protect the circuit by using this type of positive temperature coefficient thermistors. Then thermistor characteristics. As we see in the relation of negative temperature coefficient, that is R1 is equal to R2 into e raised to beta into 1 minus T1 minus 1 by T2. So this is the basic characteristic, basic formula for the thermistor. Characteristic formula for the thermistor. So where R1 is the resistance of the thermistor at absolute temperature, T1 degree or T1 Kelvin, and R2 is the resistance of the thermistor at a temperature T2. And this T2 is taken as the reference temperature. And beta is a constant depending upon the material of the transducer. And if the value of beta is high, then the resistance temperature relationship will be very good. So we can see in the equation above that the relationship between the temperature and resistance is highly non-linear. A standard NDC thermistor usually exhibits a negative thermal resistance temperature coefficient of about 0.05 degree per centigrade. That means it is a non-linear characteristics will be exhibited by the negative temperature coefficient material. So we can see the next slide, the graph will be shown. So this is the characteristics of a NDC thermistor. So non-linear characteristics with respect to temperature and resistance, we will be mark here the temperature and the resistance, and here we will be mark the temperature. By increasing the temperature, the resistance will be decreased in a non-linear curve. So the resistance of the thermistor decreases as the operating temperature increases. They are made up of oxides of iron, manganese or magnesia, etc. This type of material. So this is the basic principle of the negative temperature coefficient resistance, or the basic principle of the thermistor. So thermistor construction, how it will be constructed. The device is manufactured from the metals like sintered mixtures of oxides of metal such as manganese, nickel, cobalt and iron. So their resistance are range from 0.4 ohm to 75 mega ohm, and they are made to be fabricated in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. So to make a thermistor, 2 or more semiconductor powders are made to be metallic oxide. Powders made of metallic oxides are mixed in a binder to form a slurry. Then a small drop of this slurry is formed over the leads of the wire. Then this wire is put in the dyeing purpose or dyeing panel or dyeing purpose, where we have to put into the sintering furnace. During this process, that slurry will be shrink into the lead wires to make an electrical connection. Okay. We will be make the slurry, and slurry will be put into sintering furnace, where it will be melt and it will be shrink into the leads of the wires to make electrical connection. And this process, this proceed metallic oxide to sealed by putting a glass coating on it. And this glass coating gives the waterproof property of thermistors, helping to improve their stability. And that type of thermistors will be shown here. So this is the constructional detail of the thermistor. We use the one or more mixtures of the material, and it will be bind and it will make form a slurry, and this slurry is dropped the leads of the wires. These are two leads. And it will be put in the furnace to melt properly and make a contact to the electrical connection to the lead wire. And this lead wire will be, then this material will be wrapped or put in a glass coating on it, so that it will be make waterproof and helping to improve the stability. So this is the construction of a thermistor. Then type of thermistors are there. There are different type of thermistors are there. First one is called bead thermistors. The smallest thermistor in the form of head with a diameter of 0.15 millimeter to 1.25 millimeter. This is the most familiar type of thermistors, usually glass coated. So this is the bead. This one is the bead and this is a lead. Leads are there, glass coated beads. Inside this, some thermistor materials, mixture of materials will be bind to the lead by put into a furnace and heating it. And second type, it is called probe thermistors. Here the bead will be covered by a glass for proper protection again, to give proper protection to measure the temperature. So bead is sealed in a tip of solid glass rod to form the probes. The glass probe has a diameter of about 2.5 meter and the probes are used for measuring temperature of liquids. So we can be liquid proof materials, thermistors will be made by using these probe thermistors. And third one is disc thermistors. Discs are made by pressing the material under high pressure into cylindrical flat shape with diameter ranging from 2.5 millimeter to 25 millimeter. They are mainly used for temperature control. The bead type, the leads will be in the same direction like this. Here the leads will be the disc type so to the opposite direction. So we can be used easily in PCBs and etc. for temperature control. And fourth type is called washer type thermistors. The washer type is usually long cylindrical units as shown in the figure. There are two leads are there. The leads are attached to the end of the rope. The advantage of this type is it produces high resistance under moderate power. So these are the different type of thermistors. Then advantage of thermistor. Some of the main advantage of thermistors are given below. Low cost, sensitivity is high, small in size, good stability, high output signal. Then disadvantages are not suitable for high temperature measurement, require external power supply. So these are the two disadvantages, not suitable for high temperature measurement and require external power supply. Advantages are low cost, sensitivity is high, small in size, good stability, high output are the advantages. Then applications are listed here. It is used to measurement and control of temperature, used for providing time delay, used as a temperature compensation element in electronic equipments, used for measuring thermal conductivity of a medium. So these are some applications of the thermistor. So today we are discussing what is a thermistor, different type of thermistor. Positive temperature coefficient thermistors are there, negative temperature coefficient thermistors are there. Then principle of the working principle of a thermistor, construction of a thermistor, and different type of thermistors are there, 4 type of thermistors. Then advantage and disadvantage of the thermistor and the application of the thermistor. So thank you for listening me. Now I think you can follow me. Thank you for listening my video.